Hey guys, a very good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook. Euro dollar has moved up higher with a lot of momentum in towards this area of supply. So at the moment, what I'm looking for obviously is slowdown in the market, and we can see that we're currently slowing down. I'll show the lower time frame in a second. But as soon as we broke this high over here, you can see that we got a retracement perfectly in towards the area of demand, which we highlighted yesterday and the day before. After that, we saw some follow through in towards the upside. Well, yesterday, this was the high that got broken. And straight away, it was also your area of demand from where the momentum took off in towards the high. So as you can see, you wick in exactly in towards that area of demand, after which, if you would have placed your stop loss underneath the low of that area of demand, you would have, let's say, hit a 1 to 2.97. So it would still be open because we always target a 1 to 3, but again, a very nice position, which would be running break even at the moment. So some nice momentum plays in towards the highs. As of now, what we're looking at is pretty much some slowdown. We're going to go in towards the 15-minute time frame. And if you look at the 15, there's not a lot of opportunity yet for a short, I would say. Ultimately, this is the area of demand which you're now reacting to, putting back in towards the highs, and the overall momentum should continue up higher. So if we break this high, it should continue up higher. That is what, ultimately again, should happen. We've already seen a fractal break here on the 1 hour of this fractal high. So the overall market should continue up higher. If this low fails, so this kind of like this internal low, then I'll be looking for a further downside push back down, for example, to this area of demand. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for on EURUSD. Again, it is still bearish, so it still makes sense for us to push down lower. We kind of have now this corrective pattern in towards the highs here, but again, we first of all need to see some structural change. So let's wait and see what the lower time frame gives us. The highest probability play would be one more push up, then let's say a nice 4-hour change of character, and then we can short all the way down, because at the moment this over here is your 4-hour low all the way down here. So if you wait all the way for that low to break, you're going to miss on a large part of the price action, right? So keep that in mind, that a pump up first of all is preferable. Now going in towards the dollar index, what are we seeing over there? Well, we saw a big sell-off. Of course, this didn't come, let's say, fully unexpected. Overall, if you look at the overall price action, pretty corrective in towards the highs here. If you look at it, break of structure, straight away retracement, break of structure, pretty much straight away retracement, and then this high over here failed to take out this high. So after that, we started pushing down lower. Yesterday, we saw a nice break of this low, of course. And after that, we pretty much just saw the market, dump down deeper. So overall, going in towards the daily again here on the dollar index, you can see that it's pretty consolidative year already, right? Already since, let's say, okay, April 2024, we've been moving kind of like inside this range. We're just moving down, we're just moving up again. Now, the daily for me doesn't really tell me too much, but if we look at the 4-hour time frame, it does look like there is some more room for a potential correction. So at the moment, where is supply? Supply is over here. So this is now your 4-hour area of supply. Will we pull back in towards there? Not sure, but if we do, then obviously look for shorts. If we break it, we look for longs again. But let's say the momentum is too high, then obviously just trade all the way downwards back with the overall momentum, because it's now becoming more kind of like a range, a range play. Let me put it like that, where the 75% mark is going to act as your resistance, and the 25% mark is going to be acting as your area of support. So that's the dollar index going in towards AUDUSD. It kind of broke up in towards the highs, finally grabbed the liquidity, which was resting above the overall range. So from here, we're either going to see a massive correction again, or we're just going to continue pumping very hard. What you ultimately want to see for a further pump in towards the highs is again a 4-hour continuation. So we want to break this high, see a candle close above it, then look for a retest of demand which broke that high and just continue trading upwards. That is pretty much what I want to see. The daily, of course, is bullish. From this low in towards this high, we need to see a candle close first of all above that high over here, and then I'll be looking to trade with some more momentum in towards the highs, because we still have this liquidity also still open above all of these highs here on the daily. So that is Aussie dollar. For the rest on the 4 hour, not too much still, obviously very rangy still. Going to pound dollar. Pound dollar also moved up higher. As we can see, we still have the drawings in from yesterday. Pretty nice analysis. Of course, we had that corrective price action in towards downside. Now, what are we looking for? Again, all these pairs are kind of like in critical zones. Either they're going to continue with a lot of bullish momentum or it's going to weaken off. Preferably, you kind of want to still see a pump at least in towards this imbalance over here. And see one more push up again, so that this becomes your fractal low, so that when we break that fractal low, you can then trade all the way back down again. Because at the moment, before kind of like really getting bearish confirmation, we need to wait all the way for this low to go, like on your dollar. So you can only miss out on this entire leg down, right? But if you, for example, push up and then pull back, then you're gonna be able to capitalize on this entire leg down. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for at the moment, being a little bit patient on these dollar pairs. Going in towards Kiwi dollar, what are we seeing over there? Also, as explained yesterday, pretty nice analysis, corrective price action towards downside and a correction back up. Daily isn't making us any wiser. Now, this is a very hard area for price, okay? So as we can see, big consolidation. So expecting some sluggish price action over here. Same, I want to see one more push up and then back down again, change of character and a further sell-off. For the rest, nothing really too interesting. Looking definitely for a short, at least back down in towards this demand zone over here. For the rest, gold, last of all, what are we seeing? Gold pushed up higher and has now reached this area of supply, slowing down inside of it. Again, same as these other pairs, give us one more push up, break this high, and then, for example, push down again. And we can capitalize on the short. Going in towards the 15, we've now reacted to this sell for the buy over here, which is your demand zone. So we should see some further upside continuation from here. Yeah, so that would be nice to see, because then we can establish a new 4 hour high over here, and then we can either, of course, continue or at a certain point in time get that break again in towards the downside. But if we do continue, then there's still a lot of room to move up higher, especially also if you look at the daily. There's kind of like liquidity high. So when you have kind of like these highs right after each other, there's often a lot of liquidity situated above them. So I would not be surprised if we start moving back up in towards, let's say, 2400 region, especially this imbalance over here, near an all-time high for gold. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day, and we'll speak soon.